After I made yesterday's video with Alina and we were discussing about the other video where like some people were claiming that we are running out of like financial resources and food and like we have to sleep on the couch and everything and we are running out of time in Germany, the video got taken down. So we did not see any purpose of like keeping our video up, because this just means that these people who maybe were distressed and like kind of contributed into like this panic and chaos that was being created would actually be eternal on the internet, and we wouldn't wish anybody that. Because like when these students like afterwards are applying for jobs and stuff, and then some employer sees that they were actually an instrument of these kind of things, that's not going to do good to anybody. So we took down the video. It's on private. If these people like put the video back up, of course we are going to put it public again, because it is really important to state the facts and how Germany is not being Italy and Iran right now. And if you would watch German news channels, you will also hear that they have been saying that all of the ventilators, like 1 in 2 ventilators is only occupied. So like 50% of the ventilators are occupied, even when they have like around 80,000 confirmed cases. So like Germany is well prepared. Like they have the 4th most number of beds per 1,000 people in the world. South Korea is second, first is Japan, third is Russia, and then 4th is Germany. And if you would look at the other countries, if you would like look at Italy or Iran or Spain and everything, they're like way down at the list, and this is also the reason why they were not able to like provide sufficient treatment to these people. So anybody who is living in Germany, especially the students, they have the financial means. 853 euros per month is coming in their current account from the blocked account, so they don't have to worry about anything. My sole concern is like that the government of India right now should be focusing on the situation in India, because it is going to get a lot worse there too, mainly because like so many people who like are coming from abroad and are going to India, they are not like taking care of their quarantine situations. The few stories of like Kanika Kapoor and like some other like students who were like studying in these few universities and then went back and skipped the quarantine and were going back home, these were just a few isolated cases, but there are a lot more. So it's super important that anybody who is wherever they are, they stay there, especially like the Indian students who are studying in Germany, because like right now you can use this time to kind of like just invest in yourself. Now you have the money coming in. If you want some food or something, you always have these online grocery shops that you can like order from. And you also have food sharing websites. So if you want to like save on some kind of expenses and stuff, you can also like go to food sharing and get the food from there. There's like nothing to be ashamed of there. That food would otherwise be wasted, so like you can just go and take it. In yesterday's video, there were also some questions that a few like viewers put up, so I'm going to like also discuss that in this video. So let's start with the first one, where a lot of viewers were asking like how do they actually like start a bank account without having any kind of like Anmeldung or city registration. If you would get creative, there are a lot of ways of doing it, right? Like you essentially don't need always a city registration to have a bank account. One way you can like do it is like using Moniz. So this is a new bank account and you can get an account with them without any kind of city registration. All you have to do like for these kind of things to like tackle these problems are just like go on the internet and search a bit more. And Moniz is a very viable option, because you've seen it a lot of times like being recommended in other videos too, right? Right now, I think like Moniz has that competitive advantage that they do not ask you for any kind of proof of address. You just need your ID to like open an account there. That's how simple it is. That means once your account is set up, like you can get the money there, right? That's the first option that you have here. Then the second one could be that you are able to kind of like open the account and then afterwards get the money transfer done with your Instagram. Like they are doing like remittances really fast, so like that is a possible option. Or you can do it with Western Union. So with Western Union, you just need this like number that they give you when like your parents are sending the money from India. Afterwards, you take that number and you have your passport, you go to any of the shops here and like you get the money out there. That's also an option, and like this is also like completely possible without having your traditional current account where the money is coming inside, right? That's a good positive there. So anybody who was complaining about like that their account hasn't been opened yet, so those are the solutions right there. One or two of the people who like made that video, like I actually saw them in person. So like I know that they have been studying in Germany for quite a while and they have their accounts and everything set up, which also like kind of, yeah, really offended me that like they were saying that, hey, like we are running out of money and we are running out of like food to eat and stuff like that. Absolutely nothing is happening. Supermarkets are fine. So that is not an issue at all. But still, if somebody needs money on top because they have been like spending every single cent that they were getting in their current account, these are the options, right? You have your Instagram, you have Western Union, and the people who do not have a bank account because they don't have an address or a city registration yet, they can open the bank account with Moniz. Yeah? All right. So then the people who maybe like came here recently and were on employment visa, if you're facing the situation of being laid off, like try to talk to your employer about the provision of Kurzarbeit. So the employer only pays you for the time that, you know, they are like needing, because like of course for them it also doesn't make sense that they're paying you for the time that you're not working at all. And the rest of the time that you're not working will be paid by the government. So like this is the provision of Kurzarbeit. This ensures that you're not being laid off. So talk to them about it. Like a lot of employers are, you know, willing to keep their employees. So like nobody wants to go through the hassle of hiring people again. Yeah, that doesn't really like fit that well, because like it is a lot of time and a lot of efforts to like find the right candidate again. Like when I was trying to find employees for my business brand device, then it was like a lot of hassle, and I know like how many times you have to like screen through all of the unserious applications to like find the people who are really like willing to work for your business. So trust me, no employer would want to go through that again. So talk to them about the provision, and most probably they'll be happy to do it. Then you have for the food people, like, you know, there were like also some students who were claiming that they are having fractures and other things. So there's always the option of getting the food online. Like that's completely possible. Otherwise, like you can just ask your like German roommates, like they would be more than happy to kind of help you out. Now that's like absolutely not an issue at all. Like it would be rather difficult for you to like go to India with like these kind of like ailments, like sit through a 6 hour or like 8 hour long flight and go to the airport and all of those kind of things, which like, you know, students were asking for because it was somehow an emergency in Germany. That wouldn't be like so well. You know, you would be better off here and you can take care of yourself better without like so much traveling and exerting yourself with that entire story. Then another important thing, like the people who are like, you know, still having some kind of other troubles, like do not forget that the Indian missions here in Germany are like actually really helpful. Alina has worked in the Indian consulate in Hamburg for such a long time, and she has like personally seen like the officials and the diplomats like helping so many students and so many like other employees out. They are like really helpful people, like, so just get in touch with them. The one in Munich, I think the consulate general in Munich, he's also like really kind and has been even like active in many Facebook groups. So just see these different kind of things and you will always find some kind of options out there. So like see what kind of Indian mission is in your jurisdiction, call them, talk to them. They always have a hotline, right? And the hotline and everything you can find on their websites. So it's not a difficult thing at all. Anybody, any parent, any kind of relative, any kind of friends who are like in India and like, you know, they are thinking like, we don't know how the entire situation is in Germany so far. Things are just fine. I've like talked to a lot of friends of mine, a lot of like other students who are like studying in Germany. Everything's fine. Supermarkets are full. Food is there. Money is coming every single month. Everything is just fine. So like, don't worry too much about it. Just like try to make sure that you in India are safe, because the numbers are still less because the testing hasn't been done enough, right? And like, it's understandable. Like right now, like with such a big population, like you will have to like figure out ways to kind of speed up these things. So just make sure that you're safe. Make sure that you're staying at home. Make sure that you're like limiting your contact as much as possible. Here in Germany, you know, other than the self-isolation and the mental distress it causes, like we're just fine. Use this time to like invest in yourself. Use this time to like work on the goals that you always had. I've been helping like so many like other students out right now to like get up their like YouTube and Instagrams running, and it's fun. Like, you know, it's a fun little project that we have on Brand Device. So if you want to like also check out those videos there about how to start your own business and like, you know, investing in the stock market and everything, you can take a look at, because so far there hasn't been an English channel who has been teaching like investing in the stock market and everything in Germany. So that is what I'm planning to do with Brand Device, and also like, you know, teach you how to start a business and everything. Yeah, that has been the goal always, to teach everything that I know. All right, thanks a lot for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video.